Welcome to the episode 2 of Retro Gaming Geek. And today we're going to be reviewing this game called Dimahoo. Now, Dimahoo was actually a game that's, I guess, outside of Japan wasn't really well known, as with many Japanese games. And it's basically about these creatures, uh, unknown creatures. They're called, I guess, Underground Goblin Empire, some weird name like that. And it's up to you and your friends, who are all bounty hunters, to come and put some pain and destroy these guys. And that's basically the whole story. I'm not sure if they're going to get a reward in the end or save a princess. I'm not sure, but it just looks like your standard shoot 'em up fair. There's some enemies that want to destroy the world, and you're going to stop them. But in this case, you're bounty hunter, so you're going to get some money for it. And in typical Japanese fashion, it's set in like a fantasy slash futuristic alternate universe. As you saw an old school dragon with like guns on top of him. So that's pretty much the whole story. Very simple, to the point, and there's really not much more to say about that. Now, in terms of the graphics and sound, this game was made by Capcom, so you already know it's going to be top notch. And it came out in the year 2000. And by that time, shooters have been around forever. And this was what I would consider like the golden age of shooters. So, any shooters that came out this time, especially if they're coming out of Japan, they're usually top notch when it comes to the graphics and sound department. As you can see, the graphics are here crisp, colorful, and the sound is just cool. Sounds really good, great music. Special effects are awesome. And there's like about a million bullets all over the screen. Which leads me to the whole gameplay of this game. It's very simple. You shoot, or you shoot bullets, or in that case I just died, or you shoot a bomb. That's pretty much it. But what I like about this game, and this pretty much pertains to all shooters that are well made, they always try to put as many bullets in shooters as possible. But in this game, you could actually tell where you're at all times and what you're doing, and you're not getting confused on whether or not it's your bullets or the enemy's bullets, which is a hallmark of really good game design. You know, a lot of times shooters, especially poorly made ones, they're just so busy trying to put effects and graphics and bullets on the screen that you really don't know where you're at. You really don't know who's your enemies and who's not. So which leads to the actual fun factor too. Because of the way that Capcom made this game, focusing on the gameplay, it's really easy to play, um, and it's just really fun. I played so many shooters in my lifetime, and at a certain point, a lot of people they'll get what kind of like fighting games where you just get like shooter fatigue, and you really don't want to play any more shoot 'em ups because they're basically all the same. But this one, it's one of those where you could just pick up and play, and it's fun. You don't mind dropping a lot of quarters in them. But in the U.S., like I said, you probably would probably never saw this game outside of Japan. So it's a fun game to play, no doubt about it. So that leads me to my scoring on this game. I got to give this game a 4 out of 4. The graphics great, the sound is awesome. The execution is wonderful. It's very simple, easy to pick up and play. Definitely give this one a high recommendation for shoot 'em ups. So, if you had any other games that you wanted me to rate, or you enjoyed watching these shows, please subscribe and leave your comments below. And we'll see you on the very next episode of Retro Gaming Geek.